Hello everybody, I'm Stephen Williams Jr. and 7 years ago I released this video. Now unbelievably this got over 3 million views, and reading through the comments you did not like that I did not show you how it's done. So today, 7 years later, I'm going to show you. In this video I'm going to explain exactly how I do the flying card trick and how you can do this yourself. So let's get started. So this is how the trick works. If you want to do the flying card trick, you need to get some of this. This is invisible thread, and although you can see it here, when you prepare it how I'm about to show you, the audience can be right in front of you in broad daylight and they honestly will not see a thing. Now you can find this on my website, the link is in the description below. So the first thing you need to do is separate a single piece of this thread. Now at the minute it's all different pieces of the invisible thread bunched together, but to make it invisible you need to pull off a single one. So all you do is unravel about 10 centimeters worth of thread. You're going to grab the end and pull away so you have just a single piece. Now this may take a few attempts, but eventually you will have just one, like I have here. Then you're going to take a bit of sellotape and wrap this line of invisible thread around it. Now I normally wrap it around twice just to make sure it's really secure. Once you have it, you'll stick this right onto the middle of a playing card and you're going to pull away at the rest of the thread. Now in a moment I'll do this using white thread so you can see what's actually happening, but the way you keep this pulling is you go a few centimeters down and pull a little bit more, just like so. Then get a few more centimeters, pull a little bit more, and you're going to keep that going all the way until you have the right amount of thread for you. Now the way you find that is by using your arm. You want your invisible thread to be roughly the length of your arm. So keep going all the way down, attach another piece of sellotape, and you're close to being able to do the trick. Okay, so here is that same process, but now I'm going to use this white thread so you can see what's happening. Take roughly the same amount. Imagine this is your invisible thread. Now take about 2 centimeters worth of the sellotape and you'll wrap your line of invisible thread around the tape twice, just like so. You now want to stick your thread onto the playing card. So the loose part of the thread just here, you want to be directly in the middle of the card. So you stick it down like so. Be as precise as you can with this. So where the thread is now leaving the tape is right in the middle. Now you want the thread to be roughly the length of your arm. So pick it up, this will be your invisible thread, and gauge it to around about there. This is going to be coming from the back of your ear. So that is about right for me. With your invisible thread you'll lock it into position on the cardboard and then you can cut it right at the end. Now before you do it, you want to have a bit more sellotape and you're going to stick it to the thread just here. Now that's so you don't lose the invisible thread. As soon as you cut, it will be gone forever. So tape it down so it's stuck to your finger, then cut just above it. With the invisible thread, of course, you'll just be able to snap it. Now when you've done this, you're going to lock this in position just as you did earlier by wrapping it around twice. And you're nearly ready to go. Just take this piece and stick it behind your ear. Now you're going to do it on whichever hand is your dominant hand. So I'm right-handed, I'll stick it to my right ear, just like so. And now I'm ready to start. You now need to learn how to properly throw the card. The invisible thread is really delicate, and if you throw the card too hard, it will just fly off and it will snap the thread, which is not what you want. So You may even want to make yourself one of these using a thick cotton so that you can practice and just get the throw down. Now, there are two ways of throwing the card. One is easier than the other. So the easy way, you're going to take the card with your index finger and thumb and flick it with your right index finger. So take the card and flick, and just like that, it gives it a spin that it needs. So again, you hold it just here, flick, and the card will get the right amount of spin. I'll do this one more time. You're going to take the card, you'll flick, and then I'm going to catch this between my thumb and my index finger, or you can do your index finger and your middle finger. So it looks like this. You flick. So that's the easy way of doing it. You just give a flick and the card will spin. Now, a bit more difficult is throwing it and you're going to kick back your wrist. Now, this is a better way of doing it because you can get a bit more of a quicker spin. So this way, you're going to hold the card just like so, which is with two fingers in that corner, your thumb on top and your index finger right along the edge, and you're going to spin, kicking back with your wrist. Now, I should say this is going to be a bit more difficult using the cotton thread, so if you're following along using this, don't worry if it's not quite as quick. So you take it and you spin, and it looks just like that. So that's how it looks. Ideally, this is the one you want to do to learn all the various different tricks you can do with the flying card. So practice that for a bit, make sure you have a nice quick spin, and you'll be ready to start the trick. Okay, so once you know the technique, you can watch the trailer again and you'll be able to work out each of the different moves, but I'll talk you through a few of them now. The first move is a really easy one, and it's making the card fly from this hand over to this hand. All you need to do is give the card a spin, it will arch out slightly, come back, and come to your other hand. Now it'll look something like that. It's nice and easy, the card just goes straight from one hand over to the other. So the next move is making the card fly in the air and then through your arms. Now I'll show you how it looks without spinning it first of all. You are going to give the card a spin and then catch the thread between your thumb and index finger. So the thread is running from my ear straight down and it's going through here and then onto what will be the spinning card. Now you're going to raise your hands up, you'll put your two middle fingers together and then swing the card around your arms. So this will look as if you're waving your arms around the card to prove that there's no strings or wires, but it actually just goes straight through. So you'll give the card a spin, you catch it just there between your thumb and index finger. Then you're going to bring your arms up into the air, put your two middle fingers together and spin the thread all the way around and through. Then I like to swap where the thread is, so it's no longer on this hand and it's now between here, and then bring my hands back down to catch it. So one more time, you give a spin. Catch just there, arms up, together, bring it round, and catch just like that. Now for this one, because the card will be in the air for a decent amount of time, you want to do it when you've got a really good spin. And that way it keeps that momentum all the way around. So that is how to get the card to spin through your arms. Now it's entirely up to you the different moves you want to do with the flying card, but if you want it to go around your body, here's how to do it. You hold it just as before with your two fingers here, your thumb and your index finger on top. Give it a really quick spin, and as it's happening straight away, you're going to swing the upper half of your body. This will cause the thread to go around you. It's going to go literally just here all the way around, and you can catch it straight away. It is better here to catch it as soon as it comes back and not leave it in the air for too long because it causes a little bit too much tension on the thread. Now once it's here, you can reverse exactly the same thing. So give it a spin, you're going to pivot the entire upper part of your body and the card will go all the way around and you can catch it back at the front. So that is how to get the card to go all the way around your body. Now, it won't look as impressive using this white thread, but once it's gone around, to get it to go back, again, hold it just here, you give a spin and pivot the body, which looks like that. It seems as if the card has gone all the way around. So that's it for the flying card trick. It has taken 7 years for me to reveal this secret. I hope you like it, and I hope you enjoy using this to fool your family and friends. Now, if you want to learn even more magic, click the subscribe button below along with the bell icon so you don't miss a single video. Also, if you've enjoyed this, click the like button and I will see you on the very next magic video.